Welcome back, Wagoneers, to another exciting episode of the Wasted Wagons podcast. Here we have with us the original crew. We have Pat, we have Sean, we have Todd, we have Mike, we have myself, and we have our special guest and generous host for the evening, Russell. And Russell's kind of becoming like a regular on the show.
I was going to say, he's not part of the cast yet.
I mean, we were talking the other day about we need to redo the group text, the podcast group text, to maybe just include him on it because it seems like
I'm down like a clown.
We need to do Chili Brand. It's almost like we need to redo the logo and have Biff and Russell put on there somewhere as well. But that's another story for another day.
I'll take the wagon. It's fine.
we can talk about it on the 13th.
Faces on the wheels and have them like kind of cockeyed like that, like the wheels are turning.
Oh, like spinners, like back in the day when spinners, but have like your face just be upright.
Yeah. You could have Draw Russell walk in Coda and have Biff chasing behind it in the position like Chris Farley. What's his name? SNL.
Oh, Matt Foley.
Yeah. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've had our last podcast, and since that, one of our very own members has had a 40th birthday.
Ow!
So we're gonna take the time to just to wish Sean a happy birthday. Die.
That sounds like a Grinds My Gears segment.
Sean, how do you feel being 40?
Feel just like I felt a couple weeks ago.
Give it another month.
Joint pain.
I mean, I've already been going to the doctor and got put on cholesterol medicine and
Low T.
Yeah, the low T.
Low T, no T. Yeah,
no T.
But we were able to kind of keep this secret from Sean for a little while. And his girlfriend Sarah decided that she wanted to do something special for him and throw a surprise 40th birthday party for him at Wrong Iron. And she kind of reached out to us and said, "Hey, would y'all mind putting a little group together and keep it? We're trying to keep it secret. He finds out. But how was your reception or reaction to going the Wrong Iron?"
Y'all did a great job. Let's say everybody, since I was I didn't know what to expect, and I mean I had a hunch because my birthday was on a Friday, and I was like, okay, it's the actual day. This would be a perfect setup, and we've been to happy hours for her work people, like either coming or going. This one was actually for a guy coming back, and they do that all the time. So this wasn't anything new, and it was perfect how when I got there, her work people right in the front, and I say hi to like 2 or 3 people, and she's like, well, let's go get a drink. And we walk inside, and y'all are all in there. I was like, oh, shit. That was perfect.
Yeah. And it ended up being a real fun night. It was actually my first time ever going to Wrong Iron. I mean, I know you may have some veterans at the table here. I don't know, but it gave me a very Lagers-esque feel when I walked in there. Looking at that bar, I was like, man, it almost made me emotional. Missing Lagers. They do have a much better outdoor setup, obviously, than Lagers did. But yeah, very cool little place. First time going. Great beer variety.
Yeah, plenty of beers on tap. Yep.
So
they have different, they have crawfish, and you can get a full plastic tray of crawfish during the season, stuff like that.
Yeah,
cool place.
I had the same vibe. Like it was a really nice place. I could see myself going back. The outdoor area was phenomenal.
The food all the way on the other end, even, and then there's even like private areas behind there. It's like I don't know how they got so much space. It's crazy.
Yeah, the food's really pretty good. It can take a little while for your food to come out. That's the only issue I've ever had with the place is you order, and not that so much as the busy, but like there can be a little like wait on the food. But like you said, kind of like lagers, like tons of beers on tap and good beers on tap, and some regular beers like if you want, I think not a High Life, but if let's say you want a Miller Lite, a cold Miller Lite out of a keg tastes way better than a bottle, right? They had Shiner on draft and a bunch of other draft beers.
I mean, it's the first place in a long time that's had Urban Soft Lime, Cucumber, and Gose on tap. So I was extremely impressed.
I was.
They could have 4 of them. But since we mentioned this, that was Mike and Todd's number 1. I think Sean's number 2 as far as on the top 5 local beers. Russell, I don't think had ever had it. And Mike and Todd come up with, the idea of let's get one for Russell and see, his opinion on our top local beer. So what's your breakdown of that beer for
it was absolute trash. No. It was actually very good. I thought it was actually pretty sour. I find a lot of the sour beers that I like or that I want to like aren't sour enough, and it was just deliciously refreshing.
Absolutely. That was my first thought when I first put it in my mouth.
There's one
Well, what
key
in your
word
mouth?
that comes
When
to
he
mind.
first put a
First
cucumber
put
in
the
his
lime
mouth,
cucumber Gose in my mouth.
There's one
My first
key
thought
word.
was it was refreshing.
Refreshing.
It's crisp
That's the term.
and refreshing.
Crisp and refreshing.
I have
More
an idea.
refreshing than crisp.
I have an idea. Because you love it so much and it's so refreshing. The next time we're out by Travis's pool, I'm gonna bring all of you some lime cucumber gozes. And I've got it's not designed to be a funnel of beer, but I've got a little trough thing that I'm gonna pour the beer in that I'm then going to let pour into your mouth and
Does it
just
look like this?
maybe. And see how refreshing it is.
Or is it the bro thing that they're using? The freedom funnel, yeah.
I can get that next week and we can bring it to St. Louis if you'd like.
Well, you don't have to tempt me with a good time. It sounds amazing. I am ready to chug on the
Phallic
Gose.
shaped things.
You ready to chug on what?
When you say
say
next
choke
week,
on something or
this
chug?
means- This means you're doing this in St. Louis?
I can bring Randy, the Freedom Funnel.
You have a name for it?
My buddy, that's my buddy's. He named it Randy. Don't ask me why, all right? But yes, he named it Randy. It's the Freedom Funnel. Yeah, I can absolutely bring it for next week.
I would absolutely drink that out of a freedom funnel or a cocktail funnel or anything. So,
Any kind of phone.
when Todd and Mike were going off on this tag team about describing the lime cucumber goes, it almost sounded like Happy Gilmore when he was eating the cold cut combo. It almost sounded like he needed like they were just shooting a commercial for Urban South over here.
Yeah, it feels like they are.
When I'm hot, I reach for a cold, refreshing lime cucumber goes.
When I want to watch
Local
the taste of
brewery,
3
Urban
men
South.
out of my mouth, I reach for a lime cucumber goes.
So is it pronounced Gose or is it Gose?
Don't ask me. You're the fucker that drinks
I
it.
think I
Pretty
looked
sure
it
it's
up, and I
Gose.
think it was Gose. Yeah,
It's Gose.
I've always said it was Gose, or thought it was Gose.
Gose.
It's just not goes.
I looked it up too.
Goes before hose.
Goes down like
Goes
that.
before bro.
That could be a football team, a fantasy team name for somebody. Goes before hose.
That was it was a low similar.
Someone had something similar to that that you guys did, huh?
It was goes before bros before goes.
Oh, well, you guys
Yeah.
switch it up next time.
Yeah, and he's had it for like the last 3 years.
It was Morris.
Sean and I will not be having goes anywhere in our name for our team this season. Just no offense. I'm just telling you right now.
So,
Ahead of time.
So,
5 hearts and a wheezy.
Maybe.
so
Yeah, it was
else?
something in the text that said it was like, oh, that's
Yeah, with Yahoo, y'all are gonna have to get them stat because Yahoo only allows you 20 characters.
Yeah.
So something else that happened at Sean's, birthday party at the Wrong Iron. There was a over/under side bet.
I had a feeling
that was going on.
This is coming.
See, I'm not gonna let y'all forget about
Mike,
this.
So how much
Mike
Mike
was
was
never
this
gonna
was-
keep his mouth
But see,
shut. But let's see. Mike glued us before it started because Mike goes and gets Russell's wager on it. So Russell, what do you think your chances are tonight? He's like, well, if y'all are gonna, he's like, well, if y'all gonna put money on me, get
Yeah, I'll absolutely sabotage this, whether I want it to happen or not,
Just mess that up.
and just take your money.
So Russell.
Speaking of which, I think I'm owed some money.
Oh.
Uh-huh. That's right, sucker. Pay up.
Okay.
Send that Venmo.
So I think you have to ask your question.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.
There you go.
Hit your pockets.
So is the answer no on this one? I'm assuming.
I don't know my bets.
What say you, Russell?
Nothing happened.
Well,
I think there was a clear winner on the the bet, or who won the bet.
Well, you might have just split that money with Patrick because he said he was on the no. He was on Team No as well.
I was on Team Yes.
As was I.
I defer all my winnings to Russell since it's his bet. He put to us something.
Sean's completely
I was gonna say,
unaware of everything going on.
Are we talking about
because
certain
he was
guests?
too busy celebrating his own birthday.
Well, no. I have a feeling. Are we talking about certain guests that were at the party?
Yes.
Additional guests.
The ones that Biff and Dylan had a night with after. I don't know if y'all knew about that.
No.
No.
It's slightly
I'd
different.
like to know about that.
Yeah, but we can get into that.
Still
Like,
on there.
Well, no. The thing the next morning
That's why we
where
needed Biff. That's why we needed Biff here.
yeah,
to
where
assess
where
that.
Biff was texting and saying his cornhole was safe or whatever.
Oh.
Because the dude who I didn't know that the guy Andrew brought, and they apparently went to that dude's apartment after and were scared that something was going to happen to him.
interesting.
Pretty sketch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty sketch. But no, Russell, yeah, it's very disappointing. We were rooting for you.
I appreciate it.
We?
Yes, we.
You?
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for the rest of the wees. The Wheezies.
Do you want to
My bad.
explain, or are you explaining off mic?
You know,
We'll explain off air.
there's always a next time.
Off air.
That's fair. We'll try again next time.
We'll try again next time, damn it.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
Russell. I
just
think we have to
looking
do.
for better
I think we might have to do a better job of buying Russell drinks.
I agree. More
I'm okay with this thought process.
More vodka. What gets him going?
What's the worst that could happen with just feeding Russell more drinks?
Hey, which one?
Ask me how my Saturday went.
Yes. Should see me last
Which
night.
one gets him the most? Is it tequila? Is it vodka? Which
Tequila, by
Tequila.
far.
Okay, well, now
Tequila.
we know.
Tequila makes Russell's clothes
We're gonna get
fall
all
off.
wasted.
Water makes my clothes fall off.
And
Weird flex, bro.
I like not having clothes.
no
on.
names.
Oh, okay.
No names. That might be a bad idea.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
Okay. Well, now we know that Russell likes tequila shots, and
That'll loosen them up.
you're loosening him up.
Or some rumplements.
Oh.
Some rumplements.
Oh, God.
Rumplemans?
Only some rumple.
For all listeners out there, if you want to get in Russell's pants,
Rumplements is how you do it.
just listen to this pod.
Well, I'm glad to hear that Sean
Rumpelstiltskin?
enjoyed his birthday party. I think we all had a great time there. Where I guess we're a little disappointed that Russell didn't enjoy his time as much as we.
I enjoyed my
thought
time thoroughly.
Maybe he could have.
Sean, what was the over/under on you getting laid that night?
One knee getting like that night.
You don't have to answer.
I don't know if there was.
I'm just joking.
But we got to meet a few of Sean's Steam buddies that he hangs out with. So we got to put some, not so much faces with names, but faces with group of people that we now know. Because when he always talks about, I had a Steam meeting, we at least see what they.
Yeah.
What would you say the average
My lovely
age
board members.
of the Steam Bros are?
40. Just about, yeah.
So about our age.
Yeah, couple a little bit older, same age, yeah.
Their kids are all like
Yeah, it depends. From that group, yeah, most of them are that age, younger, yeah.
Everyone age is
they
different.
seem like really nice people.
Hmm?
After everybody, well, no, seriously, Chuck. After I don't know. You're looking at me weird. I don't know. I don't know if you had bad, run-ins with these people.
I've never met them before that Friday.
I stayed after y'all left, and it was a cool little vibe at the end.
Oh, yeah, over by
They were
the...
real-
One of the
real nice
first people to say hello to me when I arrived after Sean's parents was one of the Steam guys. So, I have nothing bad to say about them. I just
Super
did not
nice
know who they were
As a
until...
matter of fact, one of the guys, I don't know his name, I forgot. One of the guys offered me his seat. Because
On his face?
I came up to the group, everybody
On his
everybody
face?
was sitting down. No, this is serious. Everybody was sitting down,
Said
and he
his
stood
seat,
up
not a
and was like, "Hey
mustache,
man,
right?
why don't you come sit here?" So very welcoming,
come
very
on,
nice
boy.
people.
Mike doesn't remember his name, but Mike might have been a little intoxicated.
It happens.
With 3 beers,
So wait, who are these Steam guys? What are you talking about?
the men's club at my daughter's school.
Oh, why is it called Steam?
Because it's the St. Edward Association of Men.
Okay.
It's
Do
been
they have a stew?
well, they have a ladies' council.
That's a good way to put it.
It's called SCLC, St. Edward Ladies' Council, but yeah.
I was hoping it's like
Steam and stew
CLIT.
would be better. It goes better than ladies' council. Steam and
The
stew.
Ladies Auxiliary
Steam
of St. Edwards.
Gonna stew something up tonight.
What is the,
Get some steamed clams.
So steamy.
God, I can't Google fast enough. I'm trying to remember what the hell was it in Jay and Silent Bob? It was like God damn it. It's whatever the clit stood for.
Oh yeah, I was trying to lead someone to that joke, but I was like, someone do it, someone say this.
Coalition is what it starts with.
Coalition for the Liberation of the Itinerant Tree Dwellers.
I am the Clit Commander.
Mhm.
But no, that Friday was a good time. We all had a few beers, kind of hung out. Like I said, it's a really cool little venue for drinks. Like if you do go outside during the summertime, they have like misters on the fan, so you can get some more extra relief from the heat. If you want to do like a fall winter time event there, they have
the heaters.
They have the heaters and the little fire pits.
Incredible space.
And a nice little touch to them. When you walk in during the wintertime, they have a whole station of like blankets that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a little blankie.
They definitely get an A+.
Yeah.
They have the little rock fire pits too.
Yeah,
right?
the rock fire pit.
Right, it's like a booth section and it has the little rock fire pits in front of it.
We should really think about doing one of our podcasts live from the Rona.
Yeah.
Like, you keep bringing up places to do live podcasts from.
Live podcast from the Bonneville Boat Launch.
You probably at that place you probably wouldn't be able to get enough probably wouldn't be quiet enough. Especially when it's later and all the time schedule.
It wouldn't be. That might not be that bad if depending on what the time of day or year. Like you go in that place on like a football Saturday Sunday.
Yeah,
it's a madhouse. Sunday not as bad, but Saturday it's a madhouse for LSU stuff.
I have a friend that had a podcast. It was a fishing podcast. And he used to do it at Hooters every week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's doable.
I agree.
So
and the issue is not logistics. Like everything we have is portable. Right. I think we should do the first one from a brewery. Quite honestly, I think that just aligns more with all of us.
Less people, a little quieter.
Yeah, but just one of the pillars of our group is craft beer or is beer and being in like those kind of settings or whatever. So it should definitely be at a brewery.
How about Meow?
How about Mike is starting
Hey. Shocker, Mike's starting shit.
Somebody at this table has a $40 gift card.
Because we could sit there.
We could disperse it among the group.
Get that bartender.
We could sit there and trash talk the bartender.
And then get her on.
And then get Russell involved. And, you win.
What if we do a pod from there, but we set up where the gaming system is, and we just record shooting the shit, trying some beer that we maybe find decent, and just play some games.
And play some
while we're playing GoldenEye.
Hockey on the
I'm going to be honest.
Got it sitting right
right
now.
I was so smashed by the time we got there. I don't even remember what beers I had and if any of them were good.
Smashed.
Yeah, we did a little bit of day drinking before that.
Spicy pickle.
Port Orleans and NOLA before that.
Well, speaking of Port Orleans, I don't know if you were going to segue directly into that, but I think it's close enough. We
can.
Yes.
I think one more shout out just has to be given on Sean's birthday to his girlfriend
Congrats.
Sarah. I think she did a fantastic job of setting all this up, and I hope he was surprised. I think we did we actually had probably like 3 different text chains going at this point because we had we had a separate chain just for your party.
There was
one
one
time
time
to include you on that one.
There was one time when I think I almost let it slip, and I caught myself because the song was over, and I was like, "I'll see you next Saturday, every Friday."
It was the Saturday before at Travis's house, right?
Yeah.
And then one of the St. Edward people too. It was funny because his wife, well, she's one of us too. Whatever. Her birthday was the same day as mine. She only turned 39, and they were the husband puts in our Green Acres group. It says like, "Who wants to pregame at the pool?" And then I saw them at Kids Cabbage Ball. I was like, "Oh, what y'all doing that night?" You said you're gonna pregame. They were like, yeah, and that's the couple that came later. They did actually go to the pool, but then they came out. But yeah, it was all good. Nobody completely blew it or anything.
Good, man. Glad you had a good time. Glad you was surprised, or at least a little bit surprised. But we all had a great time that night. But yeah, segueing into Port Orleans, a few of us went there yesterday and had a couple beers, and one of us participated in the hot dog eating contest for the 2nd year in a row.
One of us. Who could that be?
That would be you.
And I think if I had to count everybody's trays at the end, I probably finished 3rd for the 2nd year in a row. So a little disappointed in myself this year. I thought I'd have a better chance. I was more prepared. I was actually, I think Josh was in it too, but Josh was in it for the free lunch. He wasn't trying to win.
Josh is that meme, the pie eating contest, when the guy's just like sitting there, free pie, motherfucker.
I think Josh and myself were the only two people that had done it both years in a row, and I thought I was the heavy favorite for that, but I was beaten by some young guy that looked like he was like maybe 19 years old.
So it wasn't the same guy. Like,
no, that was just I'm surprised. I would have thought they would have made sure to ask that guy to be there, but he wasn't.
That guy was a beast.
This kid was inhaling the hot dogs like a snake. He was just like, like he was chewing them with his throat.
I thought I was
on his. Did he slide on it first?
Look, I thought I was making some excellent progress when I was eating them. I felt pretty confident, and I look over at this dude's tray, and I was like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "I got half of the hot dog left," And the guy next to me actually was a bigger guy, and he was moving really slow. And then I looked down at him, and he's about even with me towards the end of it. And I was like, damn, dude, how'd you catch up to me? And he's like, well, I was watching you, and I saw you were dipping your hot dogs in water, so I started doing that. And then he's like, they go down a lot easier. And I was like, no shit. That's why I was doing it. The bread goes down easy when you wet the bread.
Was it big wieners this year?
No, this year they learned right.
They're all the same size.
Yeah, they did them all small jumbos.
I was in the competition.
It was
the
foot
last
long.
time,
1 foot long.
And they gave us these huge ass wieners. And it's like,
So last year they fucked up on multiple scales, and it was the first time they've ever done it. But they said unlimited time, just the first one to finish, or when everybody's done, the one who made the most progress. Well, then they give us a tray, and we have 6 regular sized hot dogs and then 2 jumbo ass dogs. So originally they said, okay, you get as much time. So I start with the jumbo dogs. Like I'm getting them down quick, and then they changed the rules midway through. Said, okay, we're going to stop it at 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, holy shit! Well, I just ate the 2 biggest fucking hot dogs on my plate. And then the guy who won, had already eaten all of his little dogs first. So he had already, so he was, the favorite to win at that point. This year they had a better game plan. They said it was a 5-minute time limit. If somebody finished in 5 minutes, they won. If not, they were going to look to see where the progress was. But this guy who won finished under 5 minutes, and like Sean said, he was snaking them down. Like he was almost shoving the whole damn thing in his throat.
It was an accomplishment to finish under 5 minutes. Just saying.
Yeah, he must have had some practice.
So I'm going to Todd. You have something?
I just have 2 questions for Travis. Based off of
I have questions. Maybe slightly different.
Maybe they'll intermingle. Go ahead.
No, you go with yours first.
And I asked you this question earlier, but I mean, I find that your answer to be just amazing to me. That it just doesn't. How does it not tear your stomach up to eat that many hot dogs in a short period of time?
Man, every time I eat hot dogs, I usually eat at least 2, unless I'm at a ballpark and get a bigger dog. So when I eat regular sized hot dogs, I usually eat 2 at a time anyway. So this was just eating 2 more hot dogs.
Double fists.
And I actually this year did not eat anything before. And so last year, Mike can probably attest to this. I don't know if any of us were planning on entering last year. Like I had actually eaten lunch, right? I got one of the Port Orleans specialty dogs right before I did the contest because I was like, I'm just going there to eat lunch and watch.
So you ate like 3 jumbo dogs.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. What got me last year was it was hot as balls outside, and you're trying to stuff these hot dogs in your mouth.
It was hot. Yesterday, it's like the AC was a suggestion, so it was hot as fuck.
I felt miserable going into it, and I don't know. Travis did a good job. Really good.
I could have done it, but I went in not eating much. I was hungry, but I wanted to enjoy the hot dogs there. I got one of each of the Avu dog, the queso dog.
After that, for me last year, that was pretty much it for drinking because I was like, it was so disgusting.
You know what's funny is when I was feeling hungry after we left later, I was regretting not taking that last hot dog off your tray. So I didn't eat that one. You can take it.
After I saw the dude was down to his last bite, I didn't even bother touching the last hot dog. I was like, well, I'm not going to eat it, force another hot dog down when this dude, clearly has me beat.
So basically, Mike may have answered this question for me already, but I guess this is geared more towards both of you. I mean, how do you not feel like absolutely disgusting the next morning? Like, I mean, you know how like when you eat like canes or something like that, you just regret it, like because you just feel.
I mean, I didn't eat that much the rest of the day, so I mean, like I think I was pretty well full until maybe nighttime. I might have ate some yogurt before bed, some Greek yogurt before bed, but I didn't really eat a whole lot the rest of the day. All I had was 2 more beers while I was there that night, and then I brought those CBD THC seltzers that were junk, by the way. But JP, listen.
That's the Louis Louis?
The Louis Louis.
Okay.
Yeah, we brought the blackberry lemonade ones, and they really didn't didn't do much. But anyway, so I only had 2 more beers before I left there, and then that was pretty much it the rest of the night. I woke up and took a massive dump, and then felt pretty good. So.
Now, that's one of the key things for that. So tacos and beer. I don't know if anybody's ever been there, but they do $1 tacos on Tuesdays. And they have people that go there and order like 40 tacos at a time. And they're just sitting there. It's usually these like little tiny like 19-year-old kids. They're just slamming like 40 tacos, doubled up with the corn tortillas. So they're eating like 80 corn tortillas. It's utterly absurd. My record's 12 of the corn tortillas. Never again.
Yep.
So speaking of food competitions, the hot dog eating contest was not my very first food eating competition.
Oh.
I did go to a Mexican restaurant in Kenner named Chilangos.
Heard of them.
And they have
it's close to your mom's place, huh?
Yeah, pretty close. They have eat a plate of tacos type thing, and then you win. I think it's $100.
Damn.
Win $100, and then the food is free.
There you go. I would have.
But if you don't finish it, then you had to pay for all the tacos.
How much is the like all the tacos? Though? Is it an
It
absurd
was like
price?
$40.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, $40 or win 100. So anyway, me and a buddy at work, we decided to go and beat the fucking taco challenge, right? Who can't eat I don't know, 20 tacos? So I get there and I'm like, I look at the plate and they start putting the tacos on the plate and I'm like, okay, this can't be that bad. Then they start piling it with like all these vegetables and like side things that aren't fucking tacos, and you have to finish that as well. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then they put fucking onions and like whole garlic things in there. I'm like, what the fuck? The nastiest thing was that some of the tacos weren't traditional tacos. They were like tongue, tripe, like some nasty crap that I don't like.
Some tongue.
And that's what had me.
Cow tongue.
And I couldn't.
Did you have any rectal bleeding the next morning?
No rectal bleeding, but very, very uncomfortable feeling. And I'll probably never do that again.
That was more me on Friday because I ate on Thursday for 4th of July. Meaning we barbecued at noon. And then, that was like, I don't know how many, 3 hot dogs, 2 burgers, whatever. And then another family showed up about 5 o'clock and used our coals that were still hot on the pit that we were using and started barbecuing their own shit. And before you know it, it's 9-10 p.m. and I had ate another round of burgers and dogs and sausage. And yeah, needless to say, I was pretty useless at work on Friday. Good old 4th of July. I was drinking that rum shit that I sent y'all. That was like, it was like Jaeger rum or whatever the fuck it was. It said like licorice or whatever it had in it, and it was like, I put that in a Yeti with Pepsi, and it was just like, good lord, I was struggling to drink that. Yeah. It's called like, I don't know.
It was a Diplomatico,
something like that. Yeah, that's some Venezuelan rum, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, good luck with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had a question, Pat?
So I was working this out in my head, trying to figure out how to ask Travis a few questions about the strategy or his strategy for eating hot dogs, because I have never done any sort of competitive eating challenge outside of my own fat ass at home, and I'm saying I'm going to finish whatever I ordered when I ordered too much. So I'm assuming I think you said you alluded to that you went with dipping the hot dog in water and then going with that route. Yep. Did you go do whole dog, or did you eat the dog and then try to get the bun?
There was cupping involved.
Yeah, so I guess I would bite almost half the hot dog off, then I would stuff, and I would usually have one in each hand. Mm-hmm. Stuff them in the cups of water, smash them up, and then put them in my mouth.
I saw you would definitely hold the wiener in both hands.
So I was squishing them down to try to fit as much in my mouth so I chew it and swallow it.
Acting like he's a pro.
Were you doing a double smash?
So you would. I'm trying to keep this on track and not be a juvenile about this. So yeah, you just kind of like the normal competitive eating style of just dip it, kind of mush it up, and just kind of.
Look, I've learned this from watching the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I always saw that they never had condiments on the side; it was strictly water, and I always wondered what they're doing, see them dunking it in. But it actually, softens up the bread to where the bread goes down easier. I'm like, that was like Josh's complaint was like, man, these buns are like thick as fuck.
Slides
and I was
right
like,
down
yeah,
your
that's why I
throat.
like to get them down your throat. You have to like wet them up,
Mhm.
and that's what the guy next to me was watching what I was doing. And he was like, damn, dude, you dipping them in the water? Like, that's the right way to do it. I got them down fast after that.
Mhm.
I said, yeah,
You
because
feel like you never watched Joey Chestnut?
And-
Have you ever done like fruit punch or anything? Because wasn't it Kobayashi or whatever the hell his name was? He used to do fruit punch.
Really?
they
Yeah.
provide you the water and you have your beer there, but I wasn't dipping it in my beer.
Okay, so my next question is: are you actually tasting anything? I say that because like you're trying to eat as many as you can, right?
Yeah.
So, and the way you go about doing that doesn't really allow you to like enjoy the taste of a hot dog,
It's funny,
especially with the water.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that would.
It's funny that Todd asked me that earlier when he was at my house in the pool, and he was like, what kind of hot dogs were they? He's like, and I was like, you know what? They tasted like hot dog. I really don't remember what kind. He's like, well, was it like a ballpark hot dog, or was it like a Rummel cafeteria hot dog? And I
They
was
weren't
like,
those red hot
little
dogs.
red ones, so white on the
they
inside,
weren't
like Rummel cafeteria.
disgusting.
But they really weren't bad, but they tasted like hot dog. But you're not really paying attention because I was
Gotcha.
thinking about spraying out some mustard before and just being able to like dip it a little bit so I
Okay.
have a little bit of a taste. But then I was like, you know what, I'm trying to win, so I'm not
Water
wasting
makes
any
it
time.
slide right down your throat.
But and it looked like the guy who won didn't have a similar strategy to me. It looked like he was just flat out having the whole hot dog with the bun and just
Yeah,
like
hinged
smashing
his
it.
jaw. It was a lot.
And so like
You could see his throat get wider as it went down.
I didn't see him wet his buns. I didn't see him crumble them up.
Wet his
It was like
buns.
Wimpy eating the burgers and Popeye. He's like, oh. So
Or
yeah.
Homer with them like
Okay.
fumbling into his mouth as he eat like burger after burger. And
I'm sure, if I go next year, I'll do it again, just lose again. But this.
Okay.
maybe I'll do it next time. I just was looking forward to actually enjoying my food and.
Yeah, I feel like I missed out not participating, but I did enjoy the hot dogs that they were selling.
Right.
They were
Yeah,
very, very good.
the craft quote unquote, I guess, dogs that they had for sale were pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one. I ate one of those for lunch last year. Was the today? Yesterday I intentionally went with not eating lunch because I figured, just in case if I decided to compete, which I did, I wasn't going to eat it. But the year before, I had no intention of competing, and I got that mushroom Swiss dog or whatever it was with the melted cheese and the mushrooms on
queso
it.
dog.
It was a queso dog. It was very good.
The guac dog was really good. It was like guac pico de gallo.
Yeah, it was the hot dog, as they call it.
Yeah, that was delicious. Chipotle
Man, I
mayo.
feel like I missed out. With that, I could segue into the next.
Glizzies.
What did everybody do for 4th of July weekend? But I mean, you guys. Before we move on, did anybody taste any beers that they liked yesterday, other than the ones we may have already mentioned on the pod?
I only drank the Dunkel,
Yeah.
and
The cooking stout.
I think Russell grabbed the Oreo stout.
Mhm.
I had one of those. I tried for the first time, and when I look and think about that beer, I feel like it's going to be really, really awesome. And it didn't disappoint. There was a weird, or at least different taste to the chocolate part of it that I couldn't, like, as my mind couldn't figure out what was up. Like, it was something about, it didn't taste like traditional chocolate. And that's not a bad thing. It was just,
Are you a chocolatier?
funny you say that. I have one of my kickball jerseys, my name is Chocolatier on it. Right. I'm not a
You
big,
are a legit chocolatier.
Is this not the Mahler's jersey?
no. It's our Exploding Kittens jersey.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's just, it wasn't traditional chocolate. And but I couldn't,
It wasn't Lindt or Dove. It was just Russell Stover's.
I couldn't pinpoint
It
if it was like, let's say you like they told you, oh, we use Bavarian chocolate in the recipe for the beer.
You call bullshit. You're like, no, this is not Bavarian chocolate. This is milk.
No, I had no clue. It tasted like chocolate, yes, but it was just something was different. Like, it had I don't want to say weird, like in a bad way. It just had a different kind of taste.
I actually really liked it.
I liked it.
Of all the different chocolate beers that I've had, I thought they tasted like almost too off from like what normal chocolate tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
This was more of like a milk chocolate, like almost like it was
almost like a milk
a chocolate
shake.
shake
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
frothy and like I really.
That's what I was explaining to
Yeah.
the ladies that were wondering about it. It's like, no, it's definitely still beer flavored,
Like
but
when you
it's,
get
but
it
it's
poured,
very
it looks like it's a
milkshakey.
milkshake. It's
Yeah.
got like bubbles and stuff.
I mean,
on top.
yeah.
Like, you know it's a beer when you
Yeah.
drink it.
I would still absolutely order another one at some
Yeah.
point, but it's just I couldn't figure out what was the taste to me. Like, it was just something with the chocolate was different because maybe I didn't expect it. It's still a good beer, but it also
maybe it wasn't milk. It was more like dark chocolate.
It could have been.
You get a little bitter.
But that was my first time having it. I didn't look at it like what is all in it. It's good. It's not for me. It's good. It's not Nola runs on Dunkel good, but it's good.
I'll agree with that.
That has ruined us with that.
So I got the. Thank God. So I got the.
Of course you do that when we don't have video.
I was trying to drink a little light, heading into the hot dog contest. So I went with a couple of the Canberras. But I did do 2 of the darks. I did the barrel aged 40, which I actually did not find very good. But
I don't like any beer that's barrel aged.
Yeah,
but it has too much of a burgundy.
I've had some before that I think Rogue Brewery does a barrel aged one. I don't remember exactly, but the one that I had yesterday also was just not good. I struggled through it.
And his was a wine beer.
It was
right?
wine, yeah.
So, but the one I had was a porter, but it was very strong. It was rather hard to drink. I did finish with the Oreo, and I'll agree. I thought it was very good. It's so filling, though. It's like we were kind of talking about before the pod started. It's one of those beers where if you bought a 4-pack, it'd probably take you a long time to get through it, just because of how thick it is and how filling it is.
Thick.
That was actually my last beer of the day. Go figure. After eating 4 hot dogs and drinking one of those, I think I was pretty well done.
I mean, I'm kind of impressed you were able to drink beer after the hot dogs.
Yeah. It did. 4 hot dogs really didn't do much to me.
4 hot dogs, I can eat a couple hot dogs on a normal sitting.
Question: are you all familiar with the 9-inning challenge?
No.
Yeah, that's the way you drink a beer and eat a hot dog.
You have to
right?
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings of a baseball game. Obviously, do you think you could do
one
this?
per inning?
However, you get it done by the end of by the end of the game, you have to have eaten 9 hot dogs and drink 9 beers.
How big are the beers?
It's different for every ballpark, but do you think you can consume the 9 dogs and the 9 beers?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably.
Is this going to happen? Like, are we going to go after this?
I mean, if I did it, I wouldn't feel good about myself, man. Like, I mean, first off, I'd probably be slosh drunk after the 6th beer, and then the next morning, I don't think I'd even want to get out of bed.
Travis says I'm lying, and I think he's right.
Because after going through a couple of hot dog eating contests, 9 hot dogs, even though you're not rushed like you are in a hot dog contest, that's a shit ton of hot dogs.
It could be spaced out a little bit though.
I could see anybody getting sick off of that, even though you have more time to consume it.
To be safe, let's say the shortest game in an average baseball game now is maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes. They probably go a little bit longer still. Some a little bit shorter because of the pitch clock and all those changes. But let's say 2 hours and 45 minutes. You got 9 hot dogs in 2 hours. That's what? You're basically eating a hot dog every 15-ish minutes, something like that. I don't think I think I could probably get through it with the dogs. I think the beers was going to hinder me because just filling you up, and then by the end of the night, I'm gonna be an absolute fucking drunk wreck. And I'm going to feel like shit. So I would do it, and then I'd ask to immediately be sent home to just go sit and wallow on the couch until I shit or puke it all out.
When you think about it, all right. So
9 wieners is a lot.
So let's use Sean's party as an example. Like we were there for about 4.5 hours, right? Mm-hmm. And I probably drank 4 or 5 beers in 4.5 hours. Mm-hmm. If I'm drinking 9 in 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So what beer and what size?
Yeah, the beer.
I think there were 12-ounce beers.
You get it all at once.
You can get it all at once. Like they'll literally sit everything in front of you, and you just go.
Beers too,
it's however you want. You have the entire the game to get it done.
So fun fact. So on average, I think a hot dog is like 120 calories, and the bun will be like a little bit over 300. So like if you're eating 9 hot dogs, it's over 4,000 calories.
The dog is
like just for the hot dog.
The dog is 80. The bun is like 90, so you're about 170 calories.
So it's not
for bun and dog.
It's a little bit less than I'm saying. Then
still,
it's a lot. Though.
Let's just say you're doing 150 calories times 9. 1,600 calories plus right there.
Just for the hot
plus
dogs.
9 beers is 100 per each, 110 each. That's another 1,000.
What if they're light?
That's still 90 calories. Light beer is not like that, right?
It's like 55
That
calories.
would be, if that plan was ever made, that would be one of the things where I'm probably consuming nothing but water leading
Yeah.
up into it. You know?
So
no food in my system.
I think
nothing else but water.
the only competitive thing I've done food or drink wise, I lost a fantasy football league, and the bottom 4 teams had to choose a punishment from like a group of all of it. So it was like $100 bar tab for the other people in the league, 24 hours at Waffle House. Well, I ended up taking the one. I had to do a car bomb race. I had to do 6 car bombs in an hour. And I was like,
Why'd you pick that?
it was the second to last one left. I finished second to last.
Oh, okay.
And I finished, second to last, and I did not want the Waffle House.
Higher position gets the higher.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the 7 seed got to pick the first punishment, and 8. I was 9th, and the options were the car bombs or Waffle House. I don't want to sit in Waffle House for 24 fucking hours straight. I will be miserable with my car bombs and drunk, and so I ended up doing that.
To sit in Waffle House for 24 hours.
That was if you lost a bet, yeah. 24 hours in Waffle
There's
House.
no eating requirements.
No, you do whatever you want.
Physically be there.
Just gotta be there 24 hours.
Be there.
And what we would do,
I think you'd have to explain that to the staff.
Yeah.
You can't- some people- yeah, they might do. But, like, you'd have to, like-
I would notice.
but you send someone to check on your buddy
Okay.
to see what he's doing, but you make him do like a live update. But the thing with Waffle House, so the other part of the rule was every waffle you ate took an hour off of your time. So you start off at 24 hours.
God.
You ate 12 waffles, 12 hours done. You were done in 12 hours. You only ate 8, you there for...
I am going to remember this Waffle House thing.
Oh, dude, it's so much
In
fun.
case I go homeless,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use that as an excuse to stay at the Waffle House all day long.
Brother, well, Mike, we'll segue into Planet Fitness and your recent membership to join Planet Fitness. All you need is Planet Fitness and a Waffle House. You can eat and be homeless and live and be just fine.
A lot of people actually do that.
I know a lot of people who have posted on like Reddit about not having a home and going like having a $20 Planet Fitness membership that gets you access to the bathroom, a shower, and then you do whatever out the course of your day.
There's a guy who works out at the Y who is definitely homeless, and he uses the Y to shower. If you go to camp or kid care there, they provide like little, almost looks like a Lunchable, but it's like a healthier version of Lunchable. It comes with like an apple and whatnot. This
Apple
guy,
slices.
I see this guy drinking their coffee, eating one of those things, using their showers. He's got headphones that are probably from Five Below, and he'll sit there most of the day, and then he'll just leave. And you'll see him there the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they don't charge him shit.
creeping the
I'm
kids
pretty
out.
sure he can't afford it. So
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure he just freeloads and does all that stuff.
They probably know the situation and are just doing out, I guess the concept there.
Yeah,
Or
it's a
whatever.
Judeo-Christian
Young men's Christian organizations.
organization.
But yeah, keep that in mind, like the Waffle House thing. That's a fun thing to do if you're in a group of friends and someone has to have punishment. The 24-hour Waffle House challenge is a thing.
I think I
But
was at 8 years old and I didn't know that's what YMCA stood
Young men's
for.
Christian Association, I think.
I am also 10 years old.
So
And that's what the song was about when they were talking about young men. Right?
Young man.
Yeah, man.
Todd mentioned that we were going to move on and talk about what we did for the 4th of July. Real quickly, did anybody watch this year's hot dog eating contest without Joey Chestnut?
No,
I did.
it wasn't on where I was at, so I don't know.
Yes, I watched it. It was disappointing. Joey Chestnut, if you don't know, couldn't attend the hot dog eating contest because of some contractual agreements. Apparently, he's being sponsored
He signed
by
with a veggie dog
the
company, like an Impossible dog.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody else give him the opportunity to do like a special concert or not concert, a contest?
Yeah.
Well, now Netflix is going to do.
Oh, it's that's what I'm
they're
thinking
doing
of.
Kobayashi.
Chestnut and Kobayashi, but I thought there was a documentary on Kobayashi that said like his stomach is like fucked up from all the competitive eating. So I'm shocked that he would agree to do this.
Shocker.
Netflix and
Didn't he get smoked by
Netflix.
Chestnut like the past 3
It's
times?
just like saying we're shocked that an NFL player has CTE. It's like,
So they say Chestnut averages like 70 dogs at one of these competitions.
Yep.
The winner ate 58 hot dogs. So
That's simple.
definitely,
oh yeah,
definitely, his presence there was
was felt.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Or lack thereof.
It sounds like them not letting him in because of a contractual disagreement. It sounds like they probably lost a lot of viewers. I know I didn't watch it this year.
Well, I mean, what does this mean for the future of competitive
More parody.
What I was told, it sounded like he wanted to wear that other company's
Their gear.
and logo and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Which I could see if they're in direct competition with
Sure.
Nathan.
it's on there.
I think it was much to do of nothing. Like I didn't watch it this year, not because of Chestnut or Kobayashi being in it. It was more just I sometimes I struggle to like just watch people just shove that much food in their mouth, and especially when they're using dipping it in water, it just looks like mush, and just it makes my stomach just kind of just do a backflip, and I'm like, you know what? This isn't entertainment really for me. I'm intrigued for a few minutes, and like I'll watch the counter to see how many they're eating, but to actually watch them do it, I just get kind of.
You mean when Chestnut has like 5 or 6 in his hand and he shoved them at one time?
Yeah, it's just like you're watching the water change color because it's dog, and it's like this is disgusting.
I have trouble watching that stuff.
Olivia Munn, on the other hand, you've seen that gif of her with all the hot dogs in her mouth. I mean, it's.
Did you see the big guy drinking the lemonade?
Yeah,
I saw the lemonade
one, but I didn't watch it. I just saw that ESPN posted the clip.
It was like 10 seconds. It was like, boom.
I didn't even realize they had a lemonade drinking contest either before or after it.
Lemonade drinking contest.
Right.
Lemonade.
Was that at the hot dog eating contest? Oh, okay, I didn't realize it was at the same location.
I think it was probably right after it, I would assume. But anyway, okay, so not many people watched. Only Mike. He said it was a little disappointing not seeing Chestnut there. Sounds like it was like almost 20 dogs off of what the normal count is.
Chestnut would have smoked him
I
at 20.
had the privilege of watching Chestnut live, like for real.
Did you get his autograph? You get a picture of him?
No, I was working and I.
You eating a hot dog?
I mean, you tend to get celebrity pictures all the time.
I did, yeah, but he was busy in the zone.
Who would you say is the favorite person that you've ever met?
Oh well,
Travis is fading into it.
that's something
Ronald
I may or may not ever talk about on this podcast. We'll just
Did you
have to
recently
say-
buy his cologne?
Man, you really want me to talk
Wow,
about that?
who's a bad teammate now?
I will.
Does his name rhyme with slump?
I don't care.
Oh my god!
I recently acquired a very, very good
Heirloom.
family heirloom that will be treasured and honored in my family for years to come. As a matter of fact, this heirloom, it's a perfume, cologne. And I was using it the other day, just willy-nilly, just like, ooh, I want to smell good today.
Mm-hmm.
And my 7-year-old stops me. He's like, Dad, what are you doing? And I'm like, what I do? And he's like, you can't use that. That's our family heirloom. So I feel like,
Just a little bit. Not using all of it.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, we led you in a different direction. We misled you. So you said you have to meet Joey Chestnut in person because you're working.
I met Joey Chestnut. I didn't feel it was appropriate to take pictures and autographs and everything. But what I'm getting at is that it is awing seeing that man. Like, you just sit there and you're like, wow, like, where does it go?
You think when he sits down at a restaurant with his family, he's all like, he's eating that shit
There's no
like rapid
telling.
fire?
I know. Does he eat normal speed when he's not on camera?
He's a really nice guy.
You would hope that he takes because he does that for a living. He takes time to enjoy a normal meal.
Right.
Yeah, it was like he doesn't bring his work home with him.
You would,
It's not like Big Russ style where he's on his knees in the kitchen, pour everything in one bowl and just fucking eat it.
you imagine there's probably pockets of the country that don't really watch a lot of TV or watch this on TV, and they have never seen this dude. They have no idea who he is. He just shows up to like they're like old number 6 challenge, the old 96er challenge, and they're like, who's this fucking skinny kid? There's some big.
Great outdoors reference. Love it.
Yeah. And this dude shows up and like he just cleans all their clothes. Like, who the fuck is this guy? He's like, damn, dude, you should like go compete or something. He's like, well,
I'm a professional.
Well, that's what I do for a living.
For a living,
Yeah.
You mean it's like at a concert when some kid had Eddie Van Halen take a picture of him and his girlfriend and had no fucking clue who he was? And he tweeted about it. He's like, this is my best part of this concert. Taking a picture of these.
See, I would be like that for
who I am.
I won't say anything because I'd be like that for a lot of movie actors and actresses because I just don't know who they are. Like I started the Blacklist the other day, and I don't know the main actor's name.
James Spader?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you nothing he was in.
I don't even know who that is.
He's good at playing a douche.
Okay.
Stargate.
Didn't watch it. Didn't watch it.
Just say it.
He
was in a lot of 80s shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was the movie with Holly Ringwald and is it Pretty in Pink?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
one of the dicks in that.
Pretty in Pink, yeah. Yeah, not Breakfast Club.
Well, since the hot dog eating contest does take place on the 4th of July, what did everybody do for the 4th of July?
I was sick that day. Didn't really feel good. We had plans. I had a couple parties we were invited to, family get-togethers, things like that. And instead, in lieu of, I got a new griddle, a flat top.
Oh,
Blackstone?
You're making some micro
No Blackstone?
The Members Mark Pro-Line series. Which I don't know. It's a nice. It's
not
a nice
Maker's
griddle.
Mark, Members Mark. Sam's finest.
Sam's finest. And I did some smash burgers, man. And they came out excellent. Yeah, smash burgers came out excellent. Me, Jamie, the kids, and her brother came over. And I think we watched the movie. We watched Men in Black and called it a night. What y'all do?
Celebrate America with Men in Black.
Yeah, America.
Well, I know Sean already said he went to Green Acres and had 2 feasts.
I worked for maybe an hour just because it's a holiday. Like holidays, a lot of people are off, but a lot of people drink for holidays, right? Obviously, duh. So stores are busy and Total is busy. So I stopped in for about an hour, did some work, then popped into a friend's house real quick for a minute. Then I drove to Baton Rouge in the work van, so I couldn't really drink at all. So I didn't drink at all up until like 6 o'clock that night. But my buddy, who's in Baton Rouge, I stay with when I go up there for work. His birthday is the 4th of July, so we did went to Superior Grill up there, then watched some fireworks. He wanted to go to this bar that we knew was going to end poorly for all of us from an alcohol standpoint. So a couple of us skipped that. And I had a pretty tame 4th of July, I'd say. I didn't do much. Nothing too crazy. Didn't get wild or anything. So,
Did anybody shoot fireworks?
There was a lot of places open.
Anybody leave like this?
yeah. A lot of the stores, like not grocery stores, like retail stores were open for at least like maybe a half day. I think Total maybe had shortened hours, but how people were buying alcohol all day and night. So that place will never close earlier, I guess, per se.
Well, that sounds fun, though.
I went camping at Margaritaville Brobridge. I think it's called Campground at Margaritaville Brobridge, something like
We
that.
talked about it.
Where?
Didn't we talk about that
Glamping?
recently?
We talk about camping.
Didn't you go?
No, I heard about it.
Well, it used to be
Brobridge.
called Cajun Palms,
Yeah.
and we used to go there all the time. We used to go for every 4th of
I
July.
have a deja vu. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've been. I haven't been since the name change. It's the first time I've been since they changed the name to Margaritaville. Margaritaville bought it out.
Where is it?
It's really in Henderson, but they call it Brobridge, so it's like I guess it's kind of like on the borderline of.
I see pictures.
Is Henderson like one of those like,
Louisiana?
intersections that they call
Yeah,
it?
Henderson's one of those little small ass.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like right before Lafayette.
Okay, yeah. Cause I've seen that, but I'm thinking maybe it's like Henderson, Tennessee, or something like that. So I was just, I'd never heard that place
Brobridge
before.
is what, east of Lafayette?
Yeah, because he said Brobridge, I'm like, oh yeah, Brobridge, like you're going towards
Yeah,
Lafayette.
it's right before Lafayette.
quarterback that's from Brobridge, Louisiana.
Jake Delhomme.
Yes.
Is that it?
Hello.
Jake the man in French.
I was saying, Lake Charles had the guy that was on, I think, on American Idol or some talent show. There's a singer out of Lake Charles. But hey, Bucky's coming to Lafayette.
Bucky's is coming even
Is it?
closer to Mange exit.
Manchac?
Oh,
Mange
the
exit
Mange Avenue.
Mange?
Yeah.
in Mississippi. Which
Oh
is
yeah.
about an hour away.
Yeah, they've been working on that for like the exit ramp and making more lanes and paving all that for a little while now. It
Super
should be done this year.
Where's
Yeah,
that one
so
at?
end of the year.
On the way to Gulfport.
I was say heading in the other direction.
I know that
Yeah,
exit
yeah.
well. It's usually
Before
a stop
Gulfport,
going that way,
yeah.
and I can't help but think
That's
Minji
pretty close.
when I see the
Yeah.
sign.
See, it's like 5-6 miles before the
Yeah.
outlet mall
It's
exit
right
is where it's
before
going to be.
Gulfport, Yeah.
But yeah, Lafayette's getting the Buc-ee's as well, which is going to be.
So
Both directions
me
now.
and the wife were talking about that whole Bucky's opening up and everything, which led into a side conversation about that guy that goes to Bucky's in Texas and buys all this Bucky stuff. Bucky's doesn't sell anything online, so he sells Bucky things,
Oh.
Yeah,
and supposedly he made like millions of dollars.
I've
selling
heard
Bucky
about this. I mean, hell, I look at the orders I bring back for friends when I go to Buc-ee's and like what do they want, and I'm like,
Cherry maple beef jerky, dude.
what if I could charge like
stuff. Yes,
a delivery fee?
you can make tons of money.
Sure.
So,
I mean, I was very
Yes.
close to buying yet another Hawaiian shirt that I never wear from Bucky's on eBay because they didn't have it in the store. But yes, that means I already own a Hawaiian shirt with Bucky's logos all over it.
The Buc-ee's underwear,
I need to wear one now.
not bad. It's kind of comfy.
I do have a Bucky's bathing suit. I should have tried that on
Yeah,
before I
that boy.
run home. And
2-piece, 1-piece.
a little tight. That's a 1-piece.
Oh, okay.
1-piece below the waist. Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay, so just curious.
it's got a little button fly.
Save something for the rest of us. Damn. You must be hot at the water park.
Damn, it looks like St. Louis has one of the highest prices for hot dogs.
Yeah,
Fuck,
they're
man.
real high. Just noticing that.
Fucking rip off Cardinals, motherfuckers.
Oh, were you looking at the ballpark menu?
Yeah, look, Travis
You
just
see
think
this?
the average price for hot dog for every ballpark.
Oh,
Cardinals is like
Like the top.
in the top 10 for sure.
who's number one?
The A's.
At
That's-
$8.38.
It's gotta be. It's probably
cents.
because any of the ticket prices are sad. Dude, the Orioles just finished a series with them. There is like nobody along like the right and left field,
No.
like side.
Somebody posted a ticket. They bought a ticket for $5, like dead center behind home plate.
Not. I'm talking about even like the first baseline and the third baseline. There's
Yeah, but
nobody.
like
It's only like behind home plate.
Well, we screwed up. We could have made that our trip this year, but I thought they still had like another 3 years they were going to play there.
right.
But they said, no, this is the last year in Oakland. They're going to be playing in a minor league stadium somewhere.
I am okay with not crossing the Oakland Coliseum off my baseball stadium list. That place is a fucking dump. So we're good.
But I'm sorry, Ty, we got sidetracked. You were telling us about Margaritaville at Brobridge.
I mean, it's essentially they redid the pool to where it's you remember the little kiddie area that had all the slides and stuff. Well, they knocked out most of that, and they have the big water slide that goes into that now. And they changed like the thing that dumps the water on you. It almost looks like a water tower that it shoots out the top, not a big bucket that dumps on you.
Better or worse now?
I mean, I think they took out a lot of the stuff that the kids could go on because they used to have a ton of like different like little slides that kids can go on. I mean, I think it looks a little bit nicer. I mean, they definitely
I've seen
fit into like the whole Margaritaville,
Do they have like a
scheme,
wave pool or is it just like a normal pool?
They have an adult pool, adults only pool. They have a big pool for everybody. Both the big pool is the one that actually connects to the bar. The adult pool is in like a little side area that's like just past the bar. Then they have another pool on the side where the slides go into. Then they have another pool on the side of that. The pool where the slide goes is behind the big pool. And then another pool on the side of the big pool that's basically used only for volleyball, for beach volleyball or water volleyball, whatever. And they also have like beach volleyball nets and a putt course and all that.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not real camping. It's one of the places that I probably enjoy going to more because you're not necessarily sitting in the woods getting bit by gnats and mosquitoes. It's more glamping. But I mean, it's kind of like Travis was talking about earlier about how he doesn't really like beach. He doesn't like long beach trip vacations because it's you're kind of doing the same thing every day, and that's kind of how I am. In fact, 2 days there and I'm good.
I agree.
I'm ready to
Yep.
check out.
3 nights. Yep.
And Travis said like this kind of had the same feeling about the beach. It's like you go to the beach 2 days and sitting on the sand, go in the water, you're ready to go. Overall, I mean, it's one of the nicer places I've been to.
How were the beaches?
The peaches.
The beaches.
The bitches?
The bitches? I was like, the bitches? What?
The clientele there is usually not very talent there. Is,
Clientele.
the talent there is not,
That's a little different.
the talent there is not usually spectacular.
Is it because it's Burbridge?
I would
Yes.
say maybe it's Burbridge
Yes.
or maybe just because it's a campground in general.
Okay.
Both.
Yeah, all of the above.
They are not mutually exclusive, but yes is the answer.
The Burbridgians.
Now, one thing I
San
was
Diego.
talking to Russell about this place before the podcast started. For some reason, I'm more when I get a margarita, I usually get it on the rocks. But for some reason, the frozen margarita at this place is ridiculous, and it's not just because it's a Margaritaville. Because before they bought it out when it was Cajun Palms, it was still really good, and it tasted just the same. But it's one of the only places that I'll go to and actually get a frozen margarita over a margarita on the rocks. It's just that good.
So I don't want to derail your stories talking about this, but speaking of margaritas, I'm a frozen margarita guy, and they have some really creative frozen ideas. Like usually they're a lot more refreshing to me because it's like a slushy of sorts, like an adult slushy. Yeah, that too.
I like it.
Like a daiquiri. Yeah, it's like a daiquiri. The regular on the rocks margaritas, because I don't like tequila that much, that just it's not my thing. But a good frozen margarita with like a strawberry frozen margarita, that's what I get when I go to Superior.
There's a lot of craft like rocks margaritas that are really good. That'll be like flavored like
Yeah,
some kind
but
of
I can
craziness,
still
but
taste more
tequila.
the tequila
That's my favorite part about
in it,
margarita.
and that's usually the problem, quote unquote, for me. But as I'm learning, if it's a non-traditional margarita flavor, I actually tend to like it. So traditional margarita is not that's my thing. But like Cuervo is one of our brands. They have a coconut pineapple margarita mix, pre-mix. So basically, just pour it on top of ice, right? Had one of those the other day because we were doing sampling some stuff from work. Really good. It tastes like almost like a snowball of sorts, and I'm like, damn, this is pretty like a coconut snowball. This is really fucking good. So as I'm learning now, though I don't love basic tequila, high-end tequila, yes, for drinking, but for a margarita, I'm beginning to expand out and try traditional margaritas that are some sort of flavored as opposed to just tequila.
I guess real quick before I talk about my 4th of July, I really miss this place and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's where the old Semolina's was right off the interstate, right at the Metairie Road exit. It's now Zia's.
Right.
It's pissed me off. I can't remember this place's name, but they had 10-cent margaritas on Fridays, and I used to go like every Friday, but they had blood orange frozen margaritas with like a foam salt on top.
Serranos.
It wasn't
No,
Serrano's.
you're talking about cemetery.
Yeah.
I could probably
We were trying to figure that place out the other day.
Like 4 letters or something like that.
It was.
Luna or
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and look
If
it
you
up.
look
I remember the
on
name being very
Google
short.
Street View, you might
Yeah,
be able
you
to
could
go
probably
back so
find it.
many
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
you
that's
might
good-
be able
good
to see what
idea.
it is.
Yeah, because that's been aggravating the shit out of me for the last like couple weeks. I can't remember the name of this place, but I used to go there so much. It's one of the best frozen margaritas I've ever had, and I still think Zia's like has it. I just don't know if it's as good. It wasn't Azul. Azul's out on Harrison and Mary Road, or Harrison and
I
Ponce
don't
Train.
know. I just
I'm gonna find out because it's really.
I would love to
aggravating me.
know because I think that's a place where my grandma slipped and broke her hip at that place.
No shit. So it used to have a giant crawfish on
laugh.
top when it was Semolina's.
Yeah, and I
And
can't
then it turned into
remember
this
for the
Mexican
life of me
place.
what the name of it was. It wasn't Semolina. Yeah.
Go to Google and check that out. But yeah, for my 4th of July, I had a great, fun, family-friendly day. I went up to my aunt's in Baton Rouge. She's got a pool. We had about probably 20, 25 of us all in the pool, just drinking a shitload and just enjoying, pounding at the pool. And yeah, I mean, that was essentially
Geo.
basically it. I went home and I went out to a bar, as I usually do nowadays. But
very nice.
yeah, it was a great 4th of July.
Well, I didn't go yet, but I didn't do anything special. I barbecued at home on my faux big green egg, which is called the Blue Acorn. Barbecued, and
The Blue Egg.
the weather was pretty shitty out here, so it was basically rained in the morning, then had like a nice little gap at a certain point, then it started raining again later that evening. So we did get to go in the pool for a little while, but it wasn't as sunny as I would have liked. Had a few beers and barbecued, but nothing overly special. Pretty relaxing day, I guess you would say, because I think it was just the four of us. It was just me, Heather, and the kids.
Did anybody go to Uncle Sam Jam?
Yes, it's funny that you mentioned that. I've got a bone to pick with Uncle Sam Jams because that we
Fireworks started late.
yes. So my parents, that grew up across the back entrance of Lafreniere Park. So we always go park in my mom's driveway. Don't have to worry about finding a place to park over there. We usually eat dinner over there. The neighbors have a water slide. Which funny story. We didn't. The kids usually will go over there. Our kids will usually go over next door to my parents and get to go on this gigantic inflatable water slide that the neighbors rent every year. About an hour or so before we got there, one of the people who host this party, one of their dogs got out and mauled a cat that is actually my parents' neighbors across the street. Remember Doug D?
Yeah.
It was actually their cat, but the cat hangs out on my mom's porch. So like the neighbors thought it was my mom's cat. So it killed it. And the dog gets out and basically kills this cat about an hour before Todd and I get there. And we get there, and my mom's like, I really don't think the kids should go over there today because that this happened before y'all got here, and it's a little awkward because they thought the cat was ours, and like so it's like, all right, so the kids didn't go over there, so we just go over there, eat dinner, and we think the fireworks are starting at 9, but the start time was 9:30, and then
They're gonna go up to like 10.
Yeah, almost 10. It's like 9:55.
Yeah.
We decided Todd and Jessica actually left before we did because we just got tired of waiting for the fireworks to start. And then about 9:50, me and Heather get in the car and we're like, okay, I don't know if they're happening or not. Whatever, we're gonna go home. Right as we pull on to West Napoleon, leaving my parents' house, the fireworks start. We were able to catch it from the car, but we didn't turn back around and go. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer, because it's a Thursday night. I mean, I know some people had off of work the next day, some people didn't.
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was leading into Thursday.
July
Sorry.
3rd.
So yeah, most people were off of work for the 4th. But same time, kids been up all day, getting kind of tired, ready to watch fireworks, and then we're just waiting, and then to have it start 25, 30 minutes late, it was kind of ridiculous. So
Yeah, we got this little super secret spot that we go to catch the fireworks. We went to Uncle Sam Jam years ago and got stuck in there. It was the most miserable experience ever. Like,
Yeah, that's one reason. But one reason why we left, we left before the fireworks even started. But one reason why we left is I didn't want to sit there and be stuck in that clusterfuck of cars,
oh
man.
my god, that's the worst. So from that year forward, we end up going on top of the roof of the Best Buy, and they have a lot of people that go.
no, well,
And you can see all the fireworks. It's perfect. And as soon as it's over, you get in your car and you drive off, and that's it. You go home. And some people bring music.
man,
and,
how'd you figure this out, dude?
I just remember going to Best Buy when I was, in high school, and I remember they had that rooftop parking. And years ago, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go there.
So
catch
I used
the
to-
The ones
fireworks.
on Vets.
I used to work at that Best Buy, and we would stop working if we were at that
Yeah,
shift and go upstairs back, or just watch all the people pile into our parking lot to go upstairs
Yeah.
and watch fireworks up there. That was always a big deal.
So we've been doing that for probably at least 5 years, and we have a good time. And you can, sometimes what is that? Sometimes you could even listen and hear the music. It's that close. It's amazing. So yeah, fun fact.
Very cool. Does anybody have anything else they want to add on the 4th of July before we move on?
America.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Top 5 holiday, someone said.
Smells like victory, man.
It smells like victory.
Smells like it.
It's definitely a victory smell in the air.
All right, so Todd had a topic that he threw out here on the pod, and he wanted to get y'all's opinions on it and see if any of y'all are interested in taking part. But Todd, would you like to tell us about this? It's actually called the Marucci World Series.
Yeah, so one of the family members that we go camping with is Jessica's cousin. They have a daughter who works for Marucci. She's actually a graphic designer and designs bats for him. So Camden always gets the bat that she designs basically before anybody on his team or anybody even in his league gets it. So she basically told me that the Marucci World Series is on July 21st, and it's in Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge, and that's where she plans on giving Camden his bat if we attend. And what I wanted to kind of propose to the pod, would any of you guys be interested in going? She said it's free to get in. You just have to pay for like food and drinks and whatnot. But basically, they have a bunch of events that go on. I think it's I don't know if it's high school kids or if it's younger kids, but they basically compete in like different events. And one of them there's like a home run derby. And she said there's an actual game that goes on at night, which I'm assuming it's for high school kids. I don't know, but
And it's in BR.
It's in Alex Box Stadium.
And what date was the
Sunday, July 21st. And I guess one of the main reasons why I'm proposing this is because Travis and I have the pub pass, and they have Tin Roof and Rally Cap Brewing out there. And I figured that would be a good time as any to use to get my passport stamped for those two breweries.
My answer will be yes. So it's going to be complicated for me. So depending upon the start time, I have a game at 12 o'clock that day, and that's our team after bar. So typically I would have to go to the after bar for my team and do that all night. And it's funny, I was just talking to one of my teammates today who she has a pub pass as well. And she was saying, oh, I need to come down to New Orleans and do a bunch of the breweries in there for my pub pass. I'm like, oh, well, we should plan a date because my buddies have the pub pass and we haven't done the Baton Rouge locations. So she's like, yeah, let me know when y'all want to do that. I'll make certain that I'm available and come meet y'all through those pub passes. The 21st will work for it. I could probably talk her into not going to our after bar to do this whole event because she lives in Baton Rouge, so it's not far from where she lives anyway. So put me as a tentative yes, but I won't be able to leave until about 2 o'clock to go up there for whatever time that is. But I could probably do that.
Yeah, I gotta check to see what time it even starts. I don't know that. But yeah, I'd be game. And I know Todd's been the Rally Cap before. I have not. None of us, I don't think. I know we haven't been to Tin Roof. I don't know if y'all have. But I would love to check out both of them if we have time to fit both of them. Even if it's a matter of going to one, just grabbing a beer or two, and then jumping to the next one and grabbing a beer or two, and then calling it a day.
Or if you would consider this idea, maybe y'all do one of the breweries, use your pub pass for that place, go to the event, and then maybe we schedule another weekend to go up to BR to do, because that way you can hit. So y'all have to do Gnarly Barley, which is in Hammond on the way up.
I think we got Gnarly Bar.
We got Gnarly Bar. Okay,
but there is that Low Road one that's like literally 2 minutes away from Gnarly Bar.
Okay, so you have Low Road, Agile, Tin Roof, Rally Cap.
And then they have Gilla.
Yeah, Gilla.
And Le Chien.
Yeah. So it sounds like we probably need to make another separate weekend to go up there and do that. So yeah, I'm in for that. But let's try to plan another BR trip on like a Saturday to go up there, so I can get her to come meet us there as well and get her pub pass, and y'all do ours, and we just do a whole day of it too. And I'll get my buddies from Baton Rouge to take us out somewhere and for a little while, for like a dinner, a simple dinner basically, while we're up there. If y'all are interested.
Is that friend gonna allow a simple dinner?
Well, his birthday is over, so he should be back to not drinking or drinking like a degenerate.
It's not gonna have to be rated for 4.5 stars.
I mean, he probably will be, but he's gonna suggest superior, of course. Yeah,
it's gotta be real good.
We'll see. His birthday is now over, so we'll see how he starts acting this week. Now that his birthday is over, he goes back to his non-drinking and not going out and being like a complete jackass.
So I would also love to attend. That sounds like a lot of fun. That is also the same day as the rugby playoffs, which I've already purchased tickets to. So depending on time.
Vanilla Gold?
Yeah. I could swing maybe going there during the day, hitting up the breweries and whatnot. And then
the rugby games at night?
I honestly don't know. My good buddy has season tickets. He said he was just getting me a ticket. And I've committed to that. Okay. And on top of that, just going to Baton Rouge for another brewery. I have been dying to try and go over there to go to Torchy's Tacos because it's one of my favorite tacos joints.
We ate at Torchy's in Houston.
They're phenomenal all over the place. But they also have like Top Golf over there that I want to go hit up, make a day out of it or something like that.
Okay. I'll put it on your calendars as a maybe if anybody's interested. You know,
I gotta work that day.
Working.
I'm already taking off a few days at the end of the month.
Go ahead. Stop watching porn.
No.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm assuming we could, I'm assuming it's probably first come, first served, where we can get on there and all sit by each other, and I'm not anticipating it being as packed as a plane, so, you know, I don't know, but.
Well, it's got various stops. It's not like it's just going to St. Louis. It's going all the way up to Chicago or something, right?
Yeah.
So,
There's technically only one stop.
Oh.
First stop is in Chicago. We resort, and then it's the next hour and a half to St. Louis. There's no rail stops in between.
Apparently, we get on a bus. In
Yeah, there's like a
Chicago,
2-hour bus
to-
ride.
Yeah.
Oh,
go
I
to
didn't
St.
know
Louis.
that.
It's, and I think we switch off at like 3 a.m. or something. So it's like,
Yeah.
like 3
Like,
a.m.
There's alcohol available on this train ride, right?
Yeah, I think you can also bring a certain amount
You can
with
bring
you.
alcohol with you?
I believe you can because you're not flying, so it's
I
the rules.
recommend you bring 4 Loko.
The rules are different. But yeah, yes, it's going to be a long ride. For sure. I figure I'm probably going to sleep grand total probably 6.5 hours tops on the train, probably in the 11 to 2 or 3 a.m. range, something like that. Maybe a couple of naps in between because I'll be working that morning in Baton Rouge at 7, and I'm leaving Baton Rouge probably by 9:30 to get back to the city, change clothing, and then kind of decompress for a minute before going to meet up for the train.
There's like a bath car, right? Is there a shower car on there, or like no?
If you have a room,
Hot tub car.
No? You plan on showering in there? No, I guess we're gonna have to shower. I guess we'll have to make a shower before we leave. Yeah, we might not shower.
I would.
Maybe not showering again until we get to the Airbnb after the game.
Well, I think we're gonna shower. Probably by the time we get to the Airbnb, I think we should be able to get there and like if you want to shower before the game, depending on how far the Airbnb is from the stadium.
Because I mean, if the plan was to like do the museum, Cardinals museum before the game, so that would probably be smart to go back before and shower up. Before.
I would recommend probably doing a shower before you leave to go get on the train.
Yeah,
just to be safe.
Yeah, I would plan to do that anyway. But I'll probably work out that morning.
I mean, I also have a Planet Fitness membership. You can go find a Planet Fitness. And I can bring members in to go shower.
No, that's fine. We'll figure it out.
Again,
I like finding out right now that we're passing up St. Louis and coming all the way back on a bus. I didn't know that.
I
thought it was like stops along the way or some shit. Like pull the string, and they're like, "All right, let us out here."
If it's a stop,
dump us in St. Louis.
If it's a stop, it's fine to drop people off, but not. There's probably only one stop at most.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Like it's like you're sitting down on the train, you're bullshitting, you're drinking, doing whatever, having a good time. They're gonna run food service all day and night. There's breakfast, lunch, dinner available for purchase on the train, so you'll get a full meal. You're confined to one area. But I figure between laptops, tablets, and just our own general entertainment, we're gonna be good.
I'm bringing my work laptop. I might do fucking work on the thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could bring like a card game or something.
So have you all ever played the game Werewolf?
We can bring some dice.
It's called Cops and Robbers or something like that. It's a card game, and like, so if we were playing right now, like maybe there would be 2 werewolves. So like, say me and Pat were the werewolves, and then everybody else would be like townsfolk. And yeah, there you go, getting into it. It'd be a good game to do like on the train. So like you're trying to figure out, you'd have a town
Most forward to in St. Louis. Mike, would you like to start?
I'm looking forward to, not fucking.
Looking forward to the game. I mean, I haven't really been to a lot of baseball games. I'm not super big into baseball, but I'm excited to go sit and watch and enjoy that. Check out the stadium.
Yeah.
Also the zoo.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I think those are the 2 things Camden's most excited about. One thing, I mean, I know you mentioned before you're not really a big baseball fan, and but I think there's just a certain aspect to watching the game live in a Major League ballpark that just kind of makes it all worthwhile. I mean, to me, what fascinates me is that you can go to a ballpark and they're all drastically different from each other. All the dimensions are different. There's certain things about each ballpark that makes it unique.
I mean, one of the reasons why we wanted to go to Milwaukee last summer was because we thought it was cool that the mascot came down the slide. We were wondering if we could go down the slide, and we hit. And the funny thing is, we had mixed reports from people. Oh yeah, you can go down it, and then other people, no, you can't go down it. And we get there, and then the lady's like, you can't go down that slide. We actually had a reporter go down it once, and he broke his arm. It's so quick. Which I have a hard time believing. It looks like a McDonald's play slide. But at the same time, the bottom line is, a kid, I didn't need to go down the slide myself, but the kids wanted to, and she's like, "Oh no, they can't go down that." You know, we had somebody, do a news report here, and he fell off and broke his arm. It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So anyway,
God sounds like a dumbass.
Yeah. How old was this guy?
Mom, look at me. But yeah, like Todd said,
yeah, look at me. I'm dead.
Going to the ballparks and watching the games live, it's definitely relaxing. I mean, I know like when we used to have the Zephyrs here, the baby cakes, and it was you pay $5 to go watch a game, and it's just people say it's slow paced and boring, but it's relaxing. When you go into the pro parks, you get to see all the money that they put into it to make it stand out, and just adds a whole different vibe to it. Very cool. But yeah, I'll say that I'm definitely looking forward to the game the most, but I'm also looking forward to seeing the Arc. I've never been.
I was going to say I want to go up in the Arch, just to say that I've been in the Arch.
Right. Megan says that everything starts from 3 to 5. The tailgate starts at 3 to 5, but everything inside the stadium starts at 5 for the Marucci World Series.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm most looking forward to, honestly, and it's not, just being out and about with you guys. Shut up.
I second that.
I haven't.
No, fuck you guys.
I haven't been to St. Louis since maybe 1995, 96, so it's been a while. I did the Arch before, but that was so long ago, I don't really remember it that well. So, the baseball game will be fun. Whether they win or lose, it's kind of like Travis said, it's being at the ballpark in the atmosphere and just kind of relaxing. You put your phone away or whatever the case may be, and you just kind of shoot the shit. You heckle a little bit, you laugh, watch some plays, whatever. Outside of that, like I told you, like I don't care about the itinerary in terms of like people wanting to do certain things and do things on their own. That's fine. I'm with the flow. I want to go drink some new beers.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about the Chestnut Brewery.
Find some new food and try some different foods. And then just hang out and do whatever.
Right.
And
that's my thing. It's just getting away and hanging out.
I don't want to be here. All right. Yeah. I don't want to be in New Orleans. I want to leave everything here.
I think everybody at this table kind of has like a laid back personality and wants to kind of go with the flow. I don't think there's going to be any issues.
I don't know. I want to go see some museum, not Fenway.
I don't want to go to a strip club. I want to go to a dance club.
You can dance if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know I can be kind of pushy at times, but at the same thing. Like I've come out and said it. Like if anybody disagrees with something I want to do, y'all are free to go do what you want. Like I'm not gonna hold grudges against anybody. Like certain things I want to see, and I'm gonna try to make sure I see them. If I can, I can. But same kind of thing. I'm also second Todd. I think the brewery I'm looking most forward to going to is that Urban Chestnut. Looks like it's kind of like a German beer hall. With a nice German food menu, and
How many are we going to? Is it just 2 or?
No, I think we can try to do at least one per day.
One per day.
And
you're gonna ask if Joey works there. He owns it.
Well, Travis and I ate at this German restaurant in Milwaukee. That was really good. The pretzels were basically the size of the fucking table, but they gave you the beer in like the big boot steins.
Oh, nice.
So it was just one beer, and it wasn't like a size. It was just like you can either eat a pint or you get the fucking boot in the boot. So I got this good, and the beer I got there was really good. I can't remember which one it was. It was like porter or a stout.
Yeah, some new breweries and beers. Trying the St. Louis style pizza will be interesting. It's not like something completely unheard of.
One night, if we get done what we want to do kind of early, we could go back to the Airbnb and cook a dinner or something instead of eating at a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm off. Get some glizzies.
We're going to do that at the game, though. So.
Well, price of the hot dogs, we might not be doing that. Who knows?
But you got to, though. You have to get at least one.
At least one with a beer.
Probably 2.
Requirement.
Does anybody have anything else to add on this episode?
No, I think by the next time we pod, we'll be able to talk about the St. Louis trip.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm bringing the laptop and the mic. I might try to upload something from the train, something live, or maybe we can record something live to go straight live to YouTube or Facebook or whatever from the train or the pod. But if not, but the next time we talk to everybody, we'll be back from St. Louis. Come back from St. Louis at some point.
And real quick, I guess before we close out, I know it looks like half the table is drinking, half the table is not. If y'all want to say what you're drinking today.
I mean, I'll start. I'm drinking a big jug of water with a shot of this Patrick Crystal Light blueberry raspberry squirt. Patrick Squirt.
Patrick Squirt.
Drinking water with some Patrick Squirt.
You also have an interesting shape charcuterie board in front of you as well. It's part of Patrick Squirt.
Is he drinking that too?
Patrick doesn't have the camera set up today, so we can show it.
Patrick doned me with this nice cock-shaped charcuterie board.
By the way, you're not keeping it. That's not actually for you. I just want to present it in front of you.
I need this
So
for
you're
the
gonna
next
keep
family
it?
event.
You're going to keep it and set it out in parties?
I have a party on the 20th. I'm bringing it to.
Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to the next time Patrick is offering up a wine tasting, and we can definitely you can bring that, and we'll.
I dig that.
While he gets the wine ready, we can make a charcuterie board for sure.
Yeah, well, the guys will prepare the charcuterie while the wives set up glasses and get the bottles ready and stuff like that. We'll reverse it.
They're open a couple of YMCA Lunchables.
That sounds like a party at someone's past house. The guys set up the charcuterie board while the women just like sip on wine.
That require shirtless in April.
Mandatory. I mean, why not? I'll go next. I'm drinking a Happy Dad seltzer. I'm doing the raspberry mom, the Happy Mom flavor raspberry for Happy Dad, with, as Todd mentioned, the Crystal Light blueberry raspberry water enhancement squirt.
Pat Squirt.
Pat Squirt.
My squirt.
Pat Squirt.
I am also drinking one of those. Mine was fruit punch with the added Crystal Light, or I did drink one. And I'm not gonna. I don't want to say that I don't like the Happy Dads, but man, this Crystal Light really enhances like almost all of the flavors. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the Happy Dads are a lot less carbonated than most seltzers, but they have electrolytes and like 1 gram of sugar, so they're lighter, easily drinkable. But like you would say, the flavor is not really there compared to some others. So yeah, I stumbled upon taking my Crystal Light that I put in my water all the time, putting a dash or two or a squirt or two in my with a Happy Dad. It makes a pretty banging concoction. Mike tried it.
The Happy Dads have the electrolytes in them.
Yes, all of them.
I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess me next, since I have a jubilee of cans and bottles here.
A jubilee.
Well, shout out to Patrick for the Shiner prickly pear that he got me from Baton Rouge. I was sold out at all the local Total Wines and one of my favorites from last year. I'm glad that he could get me a couple of 6-packs. It's, easy drinking. It's 4.9%. Also drinking 3-Day Weekend from Port Orleans from yesterday. Their quote-unquote new beer. One of the ones they, re-brought back or whatever, even though they don't sell in stores anymore or anything in stores. But, haven't had a 3-Day Weekend probably in like 4 or 5 years. So I was like, all right, I'm going to drink a couple, got a 6-pack. It's good stuff. If you like hibiscus lime ale, some of us here are not lime fans.
I like lime. Just not
lime, cucumber, Gose.
Correct.
But it was taking me forever to find this earlier. A shout out to the part of my birthday weekend was I was surprised on Sunday too. I was taken to brunch. I didn't know where we were going. When we went to Chez Delachey on Maple Street. And the best part of that place, food was decent, but they had a couple of drinks that I tried that were pretty good. And one of them was called Cool Hand Kook, which was like a martini, but it's house-infused cucumber gin with ginger liqueur and lime. So there you go, cucumber, lime. I don't know about the gin part, Mike.
No.
But even Sarah tried it. She's like,
No way.
I never thought I would like gin. I always hear gin mixed and stuff, and she tasted it and thought it was awesome. But then the best drink, this one is called What Warriors Weep. And it's mezcal tequila is the main ingredient.
So good.
Cherry hearing, orgeat, and lime.
Orgeat is just an almond.
Right. And with this like blackened orange on top. I mean, I had two of them. They were phenomenal. I love mezcal for some reason. And ever since I tried it, I like the mezcal Ritas at El Gato Negro. And yeah, this drink is like, I'd go there again just to get this drink.
You see a lot of people put orgeat in margaritas now.
Yes.
That's a big,
That place Blue Ruin, I always talk about the cocktail bar on Mary Road. He uses a lot of it. That place is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what cherry hearing is.
I've never even heard of that.
But yeah, this drink was pretty, surprising. So anyway,
It was God.
that was God.
It was God.
How many hearts?
Oh, definitely 5.
Ooh.
Really God.
Does it make your grower a shower?
Oh boy.
And on that note,
Yeah. Before anything else gets said, on that note, Wagons out.